Takeoff has hit a pretty big milestone with 10 million views across social media. It's also bringing in about $1,000 per month, with 5,000 people using it to plan their trips.
Can take off, take off. Can take off, take off.
I'm giving myself 13 weeks to 10x that, or I'm gonna have to make a clear-cut decision about the future of both the app and the company. Everything's on the line. But everything's going to be public, including the numbers, the experiments, and the misses. And even on my desk, I've already started building what could be the replacement to my biggest cost, but more on that on week 3. So this is Takeoff. It's an intelligent trip planner. It helps plan itineraries and suggest activities and hotels and other items based on your traveler context, history, and preferences. Rather than just spitting out a generic top 10 list. And although it uses agentic technology in the back end, it's not another chatbot. Also, since inspiration can come from literally anywhere, including social media, Takeoff supports importing social posts directly to itineraries. That travel influencer that you love, import their videos, create a trip from it. All right, well, I build solo and I generally alternate between product feature sprints and user acquisition sprints. But the design, the code, the marketing is all just one person. And that's the whole experiment. What does a company look like when it's one person moving fast with taste in public? So 13 weeks with week 1 starting with the least glamorous thing possible, measurement. Here's where the money actually comes from, and it was $1,000 last month. So 65% up month over month, which sounds pretty great. The number that I actually watch closer is much smaller, and that's $488. That's the reoccurring monthly revenue. So every month that comes in. The rest comes from annual plans, and that's a nod to an intro offer that's actually working. So real money, but fewer new people are walking in than a month ago. So growth is actually coming from converting users better and not from more people. So just over 100 people pay for the app. And that's the honest engine of the business. So this week, when I analyze every step of the user journey, the leak actually wasn't where I thought it was. So 1,800 people downloaded Takeoff in the last 30 days, with 1,472 actually making an account. I thought that was where, that hard login was where they would drop off, but it turns out that the cliff is actually after. So of those nearly 1,500 people, 78 started an annual trial, and 19 of those converted to annual users, whereas there were 53 new monthly subscribers. So literally, nearly everyone signs up, but only 1 in 11 gets to the moment where they think paying for the app makes sense. Now, to me, that doesn't sound like a marketing problem, it sounds like a leak. So before I spend another dollar on getting people in, I'm going to fix where they fall out. So how do people find the app? Mostly through paid acquisition via TikTok creators and slideshow posts. Last month, I spent $5,600 for 4.4 million views. That's $1.28 per 1,000 views. The counterweight is quieter though. It's a programmatic SEO. I built 25,000 pages one time using data that I already had with our recommendation engine. Google is just starting to index those pages and has shown the links 143,000 times. And their average ranking has climbed from 18 to 11. Clicks, however, like click-through, is still small with only a few hundred. So it's not like a legit acquisition channel yet. It's a bet that hasn't come due. So 2 ways in. One costs money every single month forever, but it works today. And the other was paid via sweat equity one time, but it's still arriving. Okie dokie. So the thing that I'm not doing, the app is built in React Native. And with Swift, pieces kind of bolted on as native modules, such as for Apple Maps Look Around or on-device AI processing and some Siri things. The bundle's only 74 megs, but a native rebuild would be smaller and faster and better at everything that Apple is shipping next. And it's never been easier to build. The designer in me wants to, nerd out and enhance the craft and the micro interactions and all of the sweat, all of those details. I mean, like the PRD is already done. It's in the cloud. But the project is parked because next week I'm rebuilding the first minute of experience and I'm testing where the paywall lives. And you can't really measure a conversion delta by swapping the foundation underneath it. It's kind of funny. The hardest part of working alone isn't doing everything. It's not doing the things that would feel like progress. So here's the plan. Week 1, instrumentation. Week 2, test. Week 3, verdict. Okay, so these little bad boys have been running all week. I'm not going to tell you what they're for yet. So you just got to stand by for the deep dive on week 3. I promise it will be worth it. Next week, I'm redesigning the first minute of experience of the app. And I'm gonna do it in the same way I used to have to design keynote slides, where the price is the reveal and not an ambush. If you wanna watch someone 10x a company or fail in public, you gotta follow the sprint. Thank you.
The sprint can take off, take off. The sprint can take off, take off. More eyes, more heat. Still eyes that soft. The sprint can take off. Take off, algorithm shift, we shift with the blade. Woo! Agents in formation, phones all obey. Cold turn culture, that's a colder kind of art. Hands on the map, but the map is in parts. General state moving, keep that one sealed. Big machine breathing underneath the field. You can copy the content, not the room we built. You can mirror the shine, never the hidden tilt. Next to the switch, we don't talk too loud. Swift UI, React Native, same black cloud. Tokens in motion, every route got a cost. If the crowd comes late, that don't mean we lost. Can you hear that? Quiet, but it's near that. Can they hold or fold when the real world appears? The sprint can take off, take off.